Alright, so I am trying this with my phone, see how it comes out, see if it looks better than what I have on the GoPro. So today, as a matter of fact, well, I've been working 14 days straight, and it's been a long 2 weeks where I've been working 12-hour shifts, things like that, graveyards, all these things. So I actually get off Thursday morning. It is now Friday, so I've kind of slept most of the Thursday. Try to get my sleep back to normal for the next week. And I thought, you know, well, I'll go to a couple pawn shops. And then I also went to the northeast side of town. My wife wanted to go visit her father. And there's a couple of shops that I wanted to go to. So the plan was originally to take this video game store that's up there. He buys games and stuff like that. I was going to take some of these used systems that I have that don't work. Maybe you could buy parts or whatever. And a couple of games and a bunch of guitars that I have for Guitar Hero from different systems and all that stuff. And unfortunately, he was closed because he's going to an event. So I didn't get to go to that store. But I did go to pawn shops. So I'll go through some of those that I went through, what I found, things like that. And you guys can decide whether they were good finds or not. So before we went to the Northeast, I went to a couple of pawn shops and I found a couple of games. So first things I found by my house was 3 PSP games. One was Transformers, the game on PSP. It is complete. Oh. Gotta get the receipt out. Bookend game. It's one. The other one was Monster Jam. It's also complete. Oh no, it's not complete. Just a game, but it's still Monster Jam. I mean, for kids, you know. And then it was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Project 8. So, and this one is complete. Bookend game. So it's not too bad, right? In the process, I also did pick up a couple of games for the DS, and these weren't really big, high dollar games or anything, but they were $3. Each PSP game was $3, and these are $3 each. This one is Nancy Drew, The Mystery of Clue Bender Society, I think it is. It's for the DS. There's one, and the other one was James Patterson, Women's Murder Club on DS. They had more of the Nancy Drew games. I just didn't want to pick all of them up. They weren't really worth too much. So I just picked those up at that pawn shop. And then at another pawn shop, I ended up picking up, which was it? I ended up picking up quite a bit of them. I know this one I picked up on my own. Oh, this was in the Northeast. I picked up All Pro Football 2K8. I think I paid like $2 for this one. That's not too bad. And there's the stuff that I picked up from that store. I'll show you guys right now. But this other store I picked up, I spent quite a bit. I paid $1 for each of these. One was a Kingdom Hearts 2.5. Oops. Premix. The cover's pretty beat, you know, the artwork. I think it got water damage, but it has a book in the game, so I mean, not bad for $1. The other one I picked up was Dying Light on Xbox One. These don't come with books, but it has a disc and the little slips in there, so you know, it was $1. And another one I picked up that I know sells pretty decently was Grand Theft Auto Stories from Liberty City. So those three were $1 each, so it's $3. Now these games I picked up, some of them I've never heard of, and I'm sure they're not even from the States. But most of these, well, basically all of these are PSVR games. And this one, No Man's Sky Beyond VR. I don't remember seeing this one. Too many copies of this one. Of course, there's no manual, of course. But each of these are $10. But they're worth a little more than that. Some are worth a lot more, some are worth maybe double that. This one I don't think is from here. I believe it's German, but I mean, I think it's region free to play any of these games. But this one's called Intruders Hide and Seek. This one. And it's all basically in German, so I can't read anything else other than that, but the disc is in there and everything. It looks cool, looks like a kind of horror game. This one, all I can read from this one is called Summer Memories 4 Plus. Is what I can read. I think this is a Japan only game. Not really sure what it's about, and since you can't really read Japanese or understand it, no point in me even trying it, and I don't have a PSVR anyways. So I'll pick this one up. This one looks interesting because it's based on a very famous series. This one's called Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. See? Always no booklet, but the game's in there. This one, these last two look pretty interesting. They weren't worth a lot, but I still picked them up. This one's called Super Hot on VR. It's like a shooting game, I think. And then this one looks kind of crazy when you look at the cover. Oh, the game came out. I think it's a zombie one too. So this one's called Arizona Sunshine. All of these I paid for $10 each. So it was a total of 6 of these right here. Those were $10 each. So, but they look like they're worth something. Some were worth about 40, some were 20, some were 30. It wasn't too bad. So that's what I paid on those. I'm kind of happy I went over there because I wouldn't have found those if I hadn't gone. You know, probably would have missed out on them. Then I went. This was once I had finished for the day for myself, and we went to the Northeast to go visit my father-in-law. That's where I found those games that I told you that won Pro Football 2K. Well, at another store, I found a couple of games, and I bought these. These 3 were $3 each. First one, this is an original cover. This is printed out on a printer, but it's Mortal Kombat Complete Edition. And if you can't tell, if this is off a printer, I mean, it's not an original cover art. So I mean, yeah. Another one I got, and this one, I mean, looks pretty spanking new. It's got the little thing. It's torn, obviously, but it's The Evil Within. I mean, it probably not going to sell for much, but it is complete. I mean, it looks brand spanking new. Everything's in there. The disc is in excellent condition. The one I really wanted, and then I'm glad I picked it up, was this one. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare Trilogy. It has all 3. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. And it's, let's see, let's get the little snip. There's the original Modern Warfare right here. And then flip it over, and there's 2 and 3. And of course, I'll have to check the discs, you know, make sure they're good. But I mean, from what I can tell, these look really, really good. So we have this, and I also picked up Deadpool. This one was $10 on Xbox One. This one should sell for about double that. I think it's like $20. And then this one, believe it or not, goes. I want to say it's $40. This one is Doug Flutie's Maximum Football 2019. This one looks pretty cool. I mean, it's not Madden, so it's something different, right? And this one I picked up, it was the label isn't the greatest. I don't know what happened to the poor thing. I paid $30 for it. This one's called, I don't know the name of this one. Something with Isaac on it, but it's a Switch game. And I believe I paid $30. It's going for about close to $45 to $50 on this one. So I'm not really sure if, you know, how much it's gonna go for, but it's supposed to be pretty popular. So it's not too bad, right? Now, these 2 items that I found that were there, they're not like super rare, but I know people that like to collect these things because they only make them once and then you really don't see them anymore. So when I picked these up, I did pay a little bit for these. So I gotta try to at least sell them for a little more. I paid $40 for each one. So the first one I'm gonna show you guys. I had one of these before. This is the Darth Vader PS4 controller. So you can tell by the buttons, it's got the blue and the red cross and everything. It's got the around the little touchpad. It says Star Wars on it. I'm probably gonna clean it up. It's a little dirty. The buttons and stuff like that. You got a little crusty stuff in it, especially in here in between here. You can see it. Especially back here, you can tell on the little where the screw is. This goes, I think, around $60. I paid $40 for this, so if I can get 60, it'll be good. I gotta check it out. I'll clean it up real good and everything. Clean it up, try it out, make sure it plays, and the joysticks don't have drift or nothing like that. So that's one. The other one, I have never seen this one, and this one looks really cool because it's like a real kick to back to the late 90s, early 2000s. This PS4 controller looks like an original PS1 controller. It's a gray color. It's got the little old emblem from the PlayStation and everything. This one looks really cool. I mean, it's like all, it's just like the other one. It's a little dirty. I gotta clean it up and everything. Probably gonna open it up just enough to clean up in between the lines and the buttons and things like that. Make sure that it works and everything works. I paid $40 for this one also, but I think I can get close to 50 to 60 bucks on this. So I mean, it should make 10 to 20 bucks. That'll be great. So I'm hoping, you know, you guys like what I got. It's not like the greatest thing. Tomorrow I will be going to the swap meet. I'm going to try to take the GoPros with me, put them on, record when I'm walking around, stuff like that. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna find. Sometimes you find things, sometimes you don't. It's just a random shoot to see if what you get. But I will be taking it with me, so hopefully you get some good stuff. I actually want to show you another thing I got. Don't know if I put it on a video or not. I went this past weekend right after work on a Sunday. I went to the swap meet, and it was already like close to 9 o'clock, and I didn't take any cameras with me or anything, but the guy was there that I usually buy stuff from him that I've been building a relationship with, and he had this in the box. I don't think it's brand new, but it's still got the original packaging, so I don't think they use these. And I picked up a guitar from Rock Band. I believe it's for the PS4 or PS3, but I also ended up picking up this. These are the symbols for Rock Band 4. So it gives you the 3 symbols, the little, basically everything that shows in this picture right here. And this, with one guitar, he sold me everything for about 25 bucks. That item, I believe, is selling for close to $300. Because they're probably hard to find and people mess them up and stuff like that, so they want replacements. So they're pretty expensive. So I'm hoping it sells for that much. So it's still in the plastic, you know, they'll have the little bags and everything, very, very clean. I mean, basically almost new. So that was a really good find. So I'm hoping it does sell really well and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna try to make an episode. I know I was making a Vita collection, and it's a little hard for me to find Vita stuff, but I'm also thinking of starting my own niche of a small little collection of Switch games that I want, that I want for myself. Not every single game, because that's just way too many games already. I mean, there's stuff that comes out here, stuff that doesn't come out, limited running games that are only so many you can find, and they become really expensive and things like that. So I just wanted to get certain games that I liked and collections or whatever like that. So I'll maybe make one of those to show you what I have right now and explain what I've done. And then as I get more, I'll start putting them away and everything. I gotta make more space, as long as you can see right here, because I have all the stuff I sell here, and I gotta find a way to organize more stuff, because I have, as you can't see it here, but on this side of the table I have about a good stack of games and movies, and I gotta separate. Some will be for Amazon, some will be for eBay. It's a lot, and then the new stuff that I just showed you guys. So that's other stuff I gotta put on. So I'm gonna try to show you guys the new stuff I got, and I also will keep going with the Vita stuff as I find Vita stuff and I buy it. Then I'll show you guys what I got. So keep an eye out for that too. So I'm hoping this video looks good. I'm gonna try to edit it myself and put music in it and kind of just throw it on real quick, nothing long. So, alright guys, I'll see you later. Thanks.